Alright, MotoGP Fantasy. So, I haven't done any fantasy sports leagues or anything like that in quite a while. Thought I'd give the MotoGP Fantasy a crack for the channel here now that we've got this going, and we'll see how we get on this season. I've had a crack at Premier League ones, and I did a bit of F1 a couple of seasons ago, but didn't stick with them ever. I'd sort of just binned it after the first month or so. So we'll see how we get on this season. Hopefully I've got the staying power to kick on with it. But, if I don't, then I don't. Hopefully I do. So let's get into it. We'll fucking box me into the corner now like I'm on Japanese TV and bring up the page. Alright guys, look, this is the first time I've opened this page. Don't know what MotoGP Fantasy, but I've never done it before. I don't know why, to be honest. It looks kind of decent, but we'll give it a go. So welcome to the official MotoGP Fantasy. Through this game, you score points based on real riders' performances. All you need to get started is to pick 4 riders and 1 constructor with a set budget. Your gold team are your 2 best riders and constructor, and your silver team is the equivalent of your B team. Right. So do all the points get counted, or is it just the gold team? Got to riders. Form best on your team and make a rider turbo rider. He will score more turbo. Sweet. B10. These riders only score 50% of total points. If you make a rider turbo rider, he will score double points. Double points of the 50% or double points of their normal score? Alright, let's have a look. How much have we got to spend? Where is it? 15 million. Alright, my first instinct obviously is to get a heavy hitter in, who I think is going to win all the bloody races, but again, MotoGP is the hardest. That's why the F1 one's not that interesting, because as long as you got Hamilton, you're pretty well set, I guess. Well, maybe not this season, but in the past 6-7 years. So this is a little bit more difficult. Let's have a look at the constructors. You don't pick a team, you pick a bike. Got a feeling the good value here is Suzuki, but maybe just not for Qatar. I think they're just going to be podiing him all year. But, Ducati, there's doubts there only because you don't know. I mean, Miller looks strong, but you don't know who's going to turn up other than him. So I'm expecting good things from Zarco, but I don't know if it's going to be there consistently at the front. So should we sort out the bike first or the riders? Let's just start somewhere. Right, we've got to pick someone. I'm going to sit there and talk about this all day. So let's add Suzuki. I feel like there's good value in a Yamaha that isn't Morbidelli because he's obviously priced the highest. Quattraro 2. See, I'm going to go for that because what does that leave us? 9 mil. Where is the value? See, KTM, if Brad Binder has a blinder and KTM's not as shit as they looked, then that's a steal. I can't believe, why is Quattraro only worth 2 points? Because he came 8th in the championship. He's clearly going to offer more for me than Nakagami or Zarco. Pole's a good shout. Bit of an outside one. I mean, do I have a big hitting? Quattraro I'm using as my leader. He's going to be my race win contender. I'm tempted to take Miller as well, but so does that mean I can just save money and just bring in a Leish? No. Well, I've saved so much on Quattraro. He should be worth more than that. So we'll go in for another big guy. Maybe Miller. I want to get Pole. I'm really excited about Pole, but I don't want to spend the extra 0.3 mil when I think Jack's a bit safer. So we'll go for Miller and just see where that leaves us. We might change this. I might boost Miller this weekend, actually. So I need silver riders. How much have we got left? 6.2. We'll see that. Spend 3.1 each on reserve riders. So I might take some. This is pretty consistent. Maybe I will get Pole as well. See how that looks. And then that leaves us with 3 mil. Is it worth spending all of it, or is it worth keeping a bit in reserve in case you want to make changes later and you want to swap out someone cheaper for someone more expensive? So you got to think about this stuff. What have we got? What did I say? 3 mil. We could just go in for Vinales. Is it worth spending that much for guys going to get 50% points? Maybe I'll go for a different bike. Let's have a look at the constructors again. I just think, why would I take a Yamaha? See, this is where it's because Yamaha obviously has more bikes in the field than Suzuki does. Does it take points for everyone? I need to read up a bit on this, I think. constructor price of points calculated based on the average prices of points of the 2 best riders. Okay. So you do only get the 2 best riders. I mean, I feel like Yamaha's a short-term gain for Qatar, and then like how easy is it to trade? Because I wouldn't mind bringing them in for Qatar, and then just swapping them out for Suzuki come Portimao. Right. Like, see, I feel I just want to. I mean, it's a bit boring if I just set and forget, isn't it? So maybe we will do that. Maybe we'll spend a bit more on the bike. Get the Yamaha because they're going to have 3 riders. Yeah, but it only counts 2, so it doesn't matter. Well, they're going to have at least 2 riders competing for a podium, and for the win. And then we'll look at swapping them out for a Suzuki come round 3. We'll see how that goes. Let's go back to the riders. That leaves us with 2.8 to spend. Now, where's the value under 2.5 mil, say? Zarco, I think, is good value. I think Zarco is definitely good value. Where is the... I mean, Pecco's only 1.9. That seems the obvious choice. Inconsistent. Zarco, maybe. I think Zarco's maybe going to be better than Pecco this season. But is he? I mean, I really want to take... Obviously, you want to take one of the Suzuki boys in because you know they're just going to be running at podium level like most of the year. I do want to keep a bit in the bank. So we are going to take... How much have I got left? 2.8. If we take Pecco... Right, we take Pecco. Here's what I'm thinking. You take Pecco, you save yourself $500,000-ish, and then you've got wiggle room if someone I'm assuming they drop in value if they're not performing and stuff, so give myself the wiggle room to then make trades later on. Let's do that. Let's go for Pecco. Unless I want to just go all out on Aleix for the first couple of rounds. No, we'll take Pecco. You look quick enough in testing, so he's at least going to be good for the first couple of rounds. So what that leaves us with is, if we look here, we've got Fabio Quartararo and Miller. They're my race win podium contenders. I'm thinking they're going to rack up points, right? Yamaha, they're going to, at least for the first 2 rounds, have 2 riders going for podium. Right? They could easily end up with 2 riders on the podium and a race win from the first 2 races. Don't know what they're going to do when they get to Portimao, but like, we'll see. Now, in reserve here, so 50% points pole, just because he's like a season keeper for me. I think he's going to build throughout the season and pick him up at that price there, and later in the year he might be worth more. Now, my thinking with him is only for 50% points because he's probably going to finish lower than the other 2. So, but then later in the season that could change. I could like swap one of these out for someone else who's, And then Pecco, if he gets points, he gets points. Good on him. If he does well, might be on for a top 5 at the first race with Ducati looking that good. So that's a good shout too. Now, I think my plan is with my 900k that I have here remaining, I'm probably going to try and swap out Yamaha for either Suzuki or Ducati later in the year because I think they're going to be more consistent throughout the year. If it looks like Yamaha is going to be like sweet as for the next however many races, we'll just leave them in. I mean, I think this is pretty strong. I don't know what everyone else is doing, but this for me is pretty strong. Okay, so I've picked my team. It'd be cool if you could pick team and not constructor, I think. I think that adds a bit more to it. But anyway, now what do you do? Is that it? Am I in a league? Leagues. Join a league. Here we go. Motul League. Yeah, let's... Leagues you have joined are listed below. You can join and create as many leagues as you would like. Let's join the Motul League. Let's see how we go in that. Rob GP Racing, country. I mean, it's in there as Great Britain because it's obviously picked where I'm from, but I'm actually Australian, so I prefer that to say Australian. But look, we'll leave it. Well, can we change that there? Let's have a look. My details. Yeah, let's change that. Let's do it. We are Australia. Okay, league. We're in a league with all these guys. If you're one of these guys, what's up? How you doing? Oh, it's a big league with these people in it. Right. Well, pretty sure we're going to win. I didn't set my boost rider. Did not set my boost rider. And I'm going to take J-Mill. Let's have a look. Boost him. Do you get points for qualifying? I probably should read the rules. But anyway, we've picked our team. We're set to go. So did Mir finish last season with the most points? I mean, it makes sense, but is it literally just based on championship position? I think it is. I feel like there's going to be a lot of people taking Fabio at that price and Miller. I think it's going to be every team is going to have that. But let me know what you've got. Okay, guys, there's my team. As you can see it, hopefully it's a good one. Let me know in the comments if you like my team, what team you've gone with, what changes would you make. Be as brutal as you like. I think this is pretty good. I think I'm onto a winner here. I've pretty much nailed it. I think when I swap that Yamaha for a Suzuki, then I'm covering all the best manufacturers as well. There really aren't I? So I think we're sweet there. Thanks for watching, guys. Enjoy the race this weekend, and we'll see you on the next one.